Right now, I think we're just waiting for our inevitable doom, and then we'll all go get ice cream. Oh, here, hey, just like, almost like it's, I preordained it. Suddenly, from the deep call of the screeching abyss, there would be but one singular yell in normal descendant speech. Oh yes, echo. Folks better not die tonight, I hope not. Descendants, there is but one simple goal you must have. You must make it source. Rip apart the creature from the inside. Support your fellow men and end this taint once and for all. An almost elderly voice yells, and just like that, the floodgates open. People could begin to see voidal creatures streamlining down from the center of the tear. Alright. The Hazel, oh my goodness. That is a callback. Hazel Wazel, thank you so much for your snowmen bits. How you doing? Nice to see you. Okay. Leroy Jenkins, appropriately. Dope. Elite Snipes, hi. Hazel. Uwu, much battle, such gore. What's your character? My current character, that's a very good question. My current character is Gorgim, a male cave dwarf. A fresh-faced dwarven man missing his left hand for no apparent reason. I think we're all gonna die. Bug, I think we're all gonna die. I'm going to do my best to keep up with what's happening. Yeah, Seuss is here. Or at least was. Hey, Juice-chan, what's up? Everyone knows mountain dwarves are superior to cave dwarves. Yeah, because most of dwarven society has been set on mountains and not within the caves inside of them. No, I'm lying. Okay. I think we're all just charging. Yes, I am bald. Oh yeah, in case you need to see. Hi. Yes, I am bald. I have no hair anywhere. I'm completely bald. Yeah. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nice. Juice-chan, how can you do that? Okay, okay, it still had juice. That's good. So, are we just gonna blindly charge into the void? Oh my god. Okay, hold on a second. Here. I missed all of you guys. And being online and doing stuff. We'll talk once this is done. So right now we are waiting on the precipice of the void. A dark green mist would coagulate in front of Castella in a thin line as she took labored breaths in, keeping her focus in this as she walked forward. The coagulating, coagulating. What does that say? Coagulating. Hey, son, what are you doing? Nothing, Mom, I'm just coagulating. Okay. Marshal Stefan the Shark Onfroy strikes his sword into the floor, lighting the grass around him on fire. That's cool. I'm coagulating, mother. Yes. Suddenly, pray for my internet, guys. Suddenly, descendants would be able to see creatures flying throughout the air, screeching in tandem as they look towards the volley of people in the back. Deeper in the source, the gigantic monolith of the final source stares, its form nearly 200 feet in the air as it stares onward. Its form began to charge. Meanwhile, regular Voidal horrors could be seen flying throughout the air, getting closer to the oncoming descendants. Great. Just great. Just great. Scorpion Druid is here, Sigil is here, York is here, Tharic is here, Aldith is here, Lilith, Hyron, all sorts of people. Oh yeah, Elite, yeah, I missed that. I remember that. That was great. Yep. Oh yeah, I do have I think it's a cudgel. Yes, I have a bismuth cudgel. And look who it's signed by. It's signed by Quavanir. Oh. He's our favorite. What else do I have? Oh yes. Ader's Emerald. Oh, I think we're about to die. Jeez. Sigil says, Vex, guard me while I prepare to fire upon the creature. Oh god, look at that. Oh goodness. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, I just realized we're like surrounded by these things. There's one right there. There's one right there. They're just like floating above us. That's totally not disconcerting at all. That's it's totally, everything's all right. It's great. It's awesome. Oh, this Sigil guy is really cool. I bet he's a golem. An Atronak. Oh, interesting. That's cool. I didn't even know we had those. Jesus. All right. Stella is basically casting some sort of a spell. I know some of you mentioned that there may be a PvP portion of this fight. Or of this event. Magic golems. That's cool. Whoa. Whoa, okay. I'm a little scared right now. Wait, oh, this must be the PvP part. Just blindly walks into the PvP area. Can I hit stuff? Oh, did it work? It's working. This is that. Oh god. Okay, let me not die. Let me not die. Let me not die. Okay. All right. I did my part. Oh man. Yeah, this poor server. Okay, cool. Thank you for those of you that just followed as well. I appreciate you. Many shouts of Ave, so on and so forth. I feel like I probably missed something. A thin layer of what had seemed to be something akin to ice or crystal began to form over the entirety of Lilac's form.
As the descendants advanced into the fray, the light around her grew brighter with time, and the tear stone began to hover around the top of her head as if it was a halo. That's dope. Feanor leans back and hurls, being just beyond the area of attack. He aimed to break one cask of hot oil atop the abomination as it swept those in front of him.
Keep pushing, and stop for nothing.
Sigil would continue to edge forward slowly, his whole form turning bright pink as his arms would turn into large cylinders of arcane prowess guns, nearly 8 inches in diameter, as Sigil would aim... am I going to pronounce it consistently here? Sigil would aim at the creature charging. That's dope. So we have we have Iron Man with us. How can we lose? That's great. Rosemary pulled back further beyond the huge rock she was standing at, a bit startled by the sudden attack of the beast, with her 2 weapons at hand and ready. Dope. Not too often that you see someone role-playing being a 2-weapon fighter. That's pretty cool. Taliesin is here. Or Taliesin, or Taliesin, depending on how you want to say it. And it basically seems like we're trying to push through here. Alpheus would slowly raise his staff towards the sky, the small fires around him going to swirl around to the top of the staff, congregating into the shape of a large orange sphere, which hovered just above the rod. Vexalia kept a respectable distance from the Voidal horror. Aiden spots Marcus saying, "Marcus, no!" There's a lot going on, as is always the case in these events. And I'll pause every now and then just to let you read on your own if you'd like to, if you're not here. Finally, a gout of fire roars out from the golden head of Jorvan Starbreaker's flamethrower. What the heck? I have missed a lot. The thorn wall creaks and groans as it begins to surge. Thick brambles swell. Ooh. Did someone say thick brambles?
Extra thick!
Thick brambles swell upward in an attempt to catch the flying abominations and prevent them from reaching the siege camp behind. There's a lot. I don't know if someone died. I don't know. Okay. Captain Hearth Underson says,
"We're in a defensive position. We're unflankable by ground units, and we've got the skies clear. And we have the high ground."
Valyun Visage says,
"You'll make a fine feast, beast. A beast feast."
Okay, and I've caught up temporarily. Let's take a look again at the scope of everything that's happening. Basically, there are... I would say maybe 3 dozen of us here. It's my broad guess, maybe 4, that are just, like, basically poised to push our way through this Voidal Tear right now. And as you can see, everyone is doing all sorts of stuff. I'll look at chat right after I read this. The creature hisses before then getting slashed and ripped apart. The large, mostly fodder of a being getting absolutely blitzed by the multiple descendants appearing around it before then getting stabbed into an absolute mush. The thorn wall in the back proving effective in stopping a swarming entourage of flying beasts that would have come forward. This voidal abomination thoroughly dead, yet the beast in the far back still charging. Wow. Okay. Oh, okay, that's cool, Apollo. I mean, I think the fact that it's those weapons, that gives it a bit more personality, too. That's pretty cool. An iron dagger and a shovel burnt by acid that's like a spearhead. That's really cool. Okay. Marcus apparently has fallen. Mel releases an arrow. Velatha is doubting the simplicity of the fight so far. Osheim is approaching the next horror. Barry would stare up at the creature. With a rather strange ringing of the bell, the ice and crystal manifesting over Elvira and Lefkos fully manifests. The astral armor covering both their forms and protecting the two from physical harm. Elvira grimaces as she finishes channeling the spell. That's cool. The stream will probably go at least as long as the event is. I don't have a time constraint as far as I know. A lesser horror of the Voidal realm would vanish from the eyes of the attackers as flames engulfed its form. Some people feel an odd sensation fall over them, as if something just walked through them. Oh god. So, my guess, this lesser horror of the Voidal realm flames engulfed it. I have a feeling that it just like and then it's like in the ethereal plane or something. That's crazy. And now there's an earthquake. People that are commandeering ballistas in the back. The first monster has been struck down a couple minutes ago. Mordethos, I'll say Mordethos, would then pull out his blade from the body of the beast, blood still present on the fuller, as he would turn and follow Lefkos. Another Voidal horror emerged from the black background, a face torn and deteriorated, its lumbering, morphed body charging toward the dense group to knock the few over. Valiant Visage says, "Here I go killing again." His smirk would suddenly turn into a cold and wicked grin, drawing his bow back and releasing no intent of landing a shot. With no intent of landing a shot. It's odd. No intent of landing a shot. Another Voidal horror emerged. Yes, okay. That's a repeat of another one. The druids are basically supporting this, the druids are supporting this
extra thick
wall of thorns in the background. The cracks and snaps become quiet and the thorn wall sways lazily, with corpses of monstrous Voidal creatures skewered upon enormous thorns, strangled in branches and in some cases torn in half. Dope. And someone's saying the creature isn't dead, which is worrisome. I have missed so much that I literally can't scroll back up. There's a lot here. Okay, Decimir's charging forward. York is fighting. Lilith is being coy. Okay, Hearth is advancing. Okay. Sigil is Iron Manning, shooting rockets from its arms. Yorvin Starbreaker says, "Karad!" Yorvin shouts to cut off the stream from his flamethrower as Voidal horror charges. Once the fire subsides, he clasps his weapon as if a spear and thrusts forward to stab the horror. Dang. So this is basically like a full-on, these Voidal horrors are just charging forward and we are stabbing them in a firm line. The horror's body fell lifeless after it collided with the group, its body starting to fall apart as pink liquid oozes from its body once it was impaled many times by the descendants. The bellows grow louder and louder. sharpening into an ear-shattering screech, which I will attempt to read. Swinjiflod nuta imsajik nifkisajikwa. Except a lot more angry and a lot more intense. So maybe something like... Something ascends. Booming seisms rock... That's not how you say that. Rock the earth as the monstrosity comes into view. Oh my god. A massive writhing thing of 1,000 tendrils, which crash against the closest objects as it continues rising upwards. The semi-corporeal entity floating high above the gathered crowd. Club Penguin veteran... Apollonius, it's Marimba Monk. Yes, yes. Swenfludwid nuta umsajik nifixiklwa. The mother's back? Is that what this is? Oh. I don't even... I'm just getting lost in text right now, though. Ugh. Oh god, I'm lost. Okay. Scorpion Druid is here. The Eyeless One is the name of this thing. Oh my god. The ballistas would all volley straight aback towards the large monolith coming from the geyser in the very back. Mostly out of view for now. Though it does continue to charge, the ballistas would land smashing into the creature as black gunk dredges down into sides, the large behemoth-esque creature beginning its charge, before then suddenly an absolute barrage of what seems to be voidal beams from the sky, coming to hit any whom do not escape out of its path. So now now they are Halo Covenant glassing us. Sigil releases a blast of arcane energy toward the Eyeless One. Ooh. Oh, you can't message me. Just say it in LOC. Because I forget how to turn it back on. A large plume of rolling miasma would appear from the center of the attackers as the lesser horror of the Voidal realm appeared in the center of them. Tentacles would lash outwards from where the horror would appear, piercing into all those that surround it, I'm guessing. Screeching draws nearer. This is terrifying. Look up. Oh god, you're right. Thank you. Let me see. I don't know. I might not be seeing it. Although, I might need to get closer here. Oh, yeah. God, there's so much text. Okay. I'm probably just not seeing. Oh, goodness. Okay. There's a lot. There's a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot. Oh god. Someone said, Nani? Die in the name of Lorraine. What is that creature? So, hey, Earth. Hearth. Earth. Earth. I'm gonna keep messing it up. So is it hearth or is it earth? Have I been saying? Oh, okay, hearth. Got it. Apollonius says it's like H plus earth, so earth, so earth. Hearth, hearth. I'm just gonna go. Oh god. Okay. I'm gonna try not to miss what's happening. The ground shakes as a large, lumbering, fat figure appears walking toward the group, its large belly glowing every now and then, releasing a green mist from its pores. Just need more H. Okay. Hearth. Oh, sorry, I pronounced it wrong. Earth. There you go. Is that enough H? The giant fat creature says, It spoke deeply, slowly. The giant beast looks like it will burst at any moment. It's that thing, run. It'll absorb you. I'm excited. I've never been more excited to be absorbed by a giant, fat, voidal creature in my life. Standing at the edge of the lesser horror's attack, Lilac's form was struck by a few tendrils. From the center of the beast, a monstrous tendril the size of a large tree descends from within the amorphous cloud-like entity as the shrill screeching grows ever louder. It caws as its massive tendril rises high above the crowd in preparation to smash. I love this. Lefkos is directing the paladins. Salih is directing the Kalashin. Sigil is warning the paladins. Yorvin raises his flamethrower. I need to talk to Yorvin about how he has a flamethrower, by the way. That's another thing. That's absolutely great. Okay, one of the lesser horrors of the Voidal Realms is pierced. Its body begins to expand and burst into flames and leaks out purple ichor, covering those surrounding it. The purple ichor would begin to melt through metal. Oh god. Okay. Desimir is casting magic. Okay. Shouts of Allahu Akbar. Lots of stuff happening. The screeching drew ever closer, now most certainly coming from the north, from behind the descendants. Oh my god. The sound of screeching began to consume the ears of those at the Voidal Tear just as a beast from the Voidal flew into view, gusts of wind flowing past those on the ground. To anyone who had frequented the previous Voidal battles, this beast, or at least its type, was no rarity. The beast floated in the air, almost waiting for the descendants to take notice. Oh, goodness. Stefan has been impaled. Nolan is asking who needs a medic, and Stefan's like, I've been impaled. And I'd like to think the two of them are right next to each other, and as... Oh, goodness. Anyway. Voidal tentacles. Yes, there is a big boy behind all of us. Okay, I'll try to just actually get all the way to the bottom. There's a lot. Upon impact against the giant belly of the Voidal Horror, you see its stomach starting to enlarge as its eyes begin to pop out. And before you know it, the giant thing bursted, exploding in a close radius. Those near the horror would be blown back by the intense force of Voidal stomach. There's so much. I want to check on the PvP side, actually. Or rather, the PvE side. Yeah, Pog, it is a lot to keep track of. It's very cool, but I actually agree with you. I really enjoy these events, and if I were to think about it cinematically, these are probably the most, you know, these are the big battles of Game of Thrones of LOTC. But finding a way to do organized, massive text roleplay with dozens of players at once is nigh impossible to do well. So I would say this does as good a job as any. Oh my god. I didn't even see this whole thing. Don't mind me just walking through the void. God. Look at that. In before a Skyrim NPC walks up to me and is like, "You're not supposed to be here." And then it starts attacking me. It's a bandit. Jeez Louise. Okay. Let me, Hey, Jedi Master Celtic. Nice to see you. Or Celtic? Why did I say Celtic? I don't know how to pronounce things anymore. Wait. Are there multiple I don't know. Pronunciations? I'm going back. Earth. Earth Anderson jogs on the spot. Okay. I still have your song stuck in my head, Club Penguin. Ba-dum, da-dum, ba-ba-da-da-dum, da-dum. Oh, no, I am going crazy, Club Penguin. Don't worry. Oh, goodness. They're at the carts. Yeah, there's people charging behind us as well, too, right? I mean, you could even take a scene like this, and, I mean, just imagine, like, something like this where you have Kazrin, I think, who's the one with the flamethrower? But I don't know what Kazrin is doing, but like Kazrin is obviously like doing something to this flying Voidal Horror. Just imagine what that would look like in this graphics of, you know, a modern game. That'd be pretty cool. That's how I always imagine it. People are talking in OOC for some reason. Oh, the flying Voidal Horror's head leaned forward, gazing down at those in front of it, almost taunting them. Even so, the ballista's bolt from behind slams into the torso of the Horror, bringing it to the ground, but not quite finished. Arrows from various crossbows slam into the Horror's flesh, making it weaker as it falls. Dope. Yeah, I think you're right. And what? An elf is manifesting cannonballs? Apparently Hiron is manifesting cannonballs, just so you know. If you ever need someone to create cannonballs for you, just talk to this elf. Okay. Feanor is hoping to gouge into the crashed horror. It's a lot. It's a lot. Soon after the Voidal creature is down, she would go to twitch.tv/ZachClay. Through her hands, a crackling sound would be heard from them as an orb of electricity appears from them, getting bigger and bigger. Cool. Possibly an illusion of a cannonball? I don't know. Yeah, okay, I see. You guys are just trying to explain how this person can spawn cannonballs. What if, oh. Yeah, what if it's like an actual ability? I can just literally just manifest cannonballs. It's like obsolete superpowers or whatever it's called. Doon, doon, doon. A lot. Yeah, they're basically all stabbing into it.
The server is now under average load.
Where did everyone else go? Oh, they're all over here. Everyone's charging forward. Muzthag, the clanless. Ooh, he's a dwarf. I thought he was an orc for a second. Is that someone's dog? Ooh, I didn't know that my texture pack reskins dogs. That's cool. Or wolves. Yes, when you mistake a dwarf for an orc, I guess. With a name like Muzthag, I don't know. Jonathan needs to get his eye checked on. They're not even 1/16 of the way through, and then the PvP of just like all the way through. That's funny. The weakened horror struggled on the ground, almost squirming. It would lash out at Aiden as they neared, hitting them, but not nearly enough to do any more than bruise. Feanor's spear gouged into the horror's flesh just as Emmeline began stabbing into the beast's torso, very near the bolt. These attacks were quite enough, even as more descendants came forth to stick and stab the beast. Quickly it fell silent and went limp, the screeching finally coming to a close. As the voidal abominations clear up and the people can begin to breathe, just a smidge, more clearly now, sorry. It seems as though there is something condensed more so near the center of the source, near the geyser. A possibly familiar face for many, as a sudden piercing screech pulls itself out of the dark, tainted black groundscape, reeling out a large and otherworldly screech. Or unwordly screech. They all continue charging forward. Moonybrook says, I'm pretty sure this is either a live or you die event. And I can't even talk today. I'm pretty sure this is either you live or you die event. Well, we'll just have to see. I don't know what to expect. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Pog. It definitely is, what's the deal with airplane food? Very spooky with Minecraft eating sound effects in the background, yes. Yeah, Pog, I think personally, if it depends on what type of fantasy setting you're trying to create. If you want something that's entirely original that has nothing to do with preconceived ideas of lore and religions and so on in the real world, then yes, it wouldn't make sense to have an Islam what's the word? Analog in a fantasy setting. But LOTC, or at least this community on LOTC, is fine with that. And it doesn't disturb me that much either. Yeah, exactly. And canonism does exist. I feel like canonism is a little bit more distant from Christianity than the Kalasheen's religion is to Islam. I feel like it's a little bit less similar. It's not literally just an analog of it. But to be honest, I don't know too much about either of these groups, so I can't speak from great knowledge or experience on it. Yeah, Pog, if that's the case, I haven't really looked entirely into how it works, but I would agree with you. Personally, I wouldn't do that, but I don't mind if other people do. You love these running emotes? Yeah, I love them too. Ducky bread. Yes, I think Tadabug also has a point as well, is that the Kalasheen have definitely added their own kind of LOTC specific twist to everything, but it is definitely very close to the original idea of a real life religion. So, you know, different strokes for different folks. Is there a Krugmas event going on right now? Someone say there's a Krugmas event going on? Right now we're basically in the void. Oh, okay, cool. I might check that out at some point. I also want to see how... Oh my god, how did I just realize that this thing was here? In case you didn't see, this is some sort of giant voidal monstrosity. Or as Lily Rail says, hideous mouth monster. Okay. I'm gonna go check on the other people. Nom 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 nom. Yes, so spooky with all these Minecraft eating sounds. Excuse me. Okay, the druids are back here. Alright, they're fine. Let's take a look over hither. Oh, they blocked it off. Unless... Unless... No. Well... I really like Martina's armor. Look at that. That's so cool. That's awesome. I approve. That's cool. It reminds me of the Ascended. Like, if the Ascended were more like combatant people, it's really cool. Oh, alright, Archwizard. I mean, this alone by itself is pretty cool and impressive. Like, assembling this amount of players from so many different groups and cultures within the game is pretty cool. Also, again, I'm going to remind you guys, excuse the bad connection and frame drops and so on. My internet is literally a potato. I'll talk later about plans for other things that are coming to the channel and so on, but there's no orcs there. Yeah, I don't see any orcs. I won't lie too deeply into that statement because I'm pretty sure there's at least one here. Which if there isn't, then I'm gonna be very sad. Because I love orcs. There is not an orc here. They're a bit inactive right now. Not surprising. As much as I love them. Orcs are great. Iron is just spawning cannonballs. Okay, that's good, Pug. Okay, let me read this. The gigantic creature of visceral detailing would fly forward, attempting to fling a sudden volley of congealed meat in an almost weird punching motion. Set ablaze and knocked with arcanism orbs, the beast screeching as Yorvin's flamethrower hits it, and a large blast of arcane energy slams right into the mouth of the fleshing being, gaping a hole into the back of its skull, though it doesn't seem to be dead just yet. Meanwhile, a multiple of other projectiles come forward and stab into its form. There clearly isn't enough love for 5 emote heavy crossbows these days. Well said, Askuzai. Well said. Valiun says, this is boring. How do I get back home? And then gets grabbed by a Voidal tentacle and squeezed to death. No. That's in a couple emotes. Just wait. A powerful thud resounded around the general area of the chasm as a blast of air surged forth, pushing between people. It sought to slam into the mother's meat punch. I don't think such a sentence has ever been said. It sought to slam into Mother's meat punch dead on, aiming to deflect it before it could hit the group in front. Ah, Mother's meat punch. Oh, goodness. Oh, you guys gave some answers. I want to see them. Something VR, Club Penguin, DayZ, Ark Survival Evolved. That would be cool. GTA, Ark RP servers, cool. Mother's Meat Punch. That's my new Twitch username. A large beam of pure yellow arcane energy shot out from the sphere in front of Alpheus, Aim directly at the creature's mouth.
Eat this, meatbag.
I know, Juice Chen. It's not coming out for another year, but we'll see. Ozheim would take a step forward as the fist swung towards him, the elf bringing his pole arm up to try to take the force of the blow. However, he was still sent to his knees and into the ground, cracking sounds coming from the elf. Zubair says,
Jump the gorge. Onward. It is either martyrdom or victory.
giant floating meat monster. Oh my god, okay. Ukrathis the beast lets out a screech before then getting bashed into by javelins. Hearth dodging and Muztag's axe embedding into the mother-esque creature's head. Mother's meat punch. Lilac's sudden surge of energy would indeed work in pushing back the punch, though not fully, as it still come forward. Alpheus's spell would leech forward before then sniping like a bullet, boring another hole into the being's skull as it bounded backwards. Yorvin's flames encroaching along the mass of flesh, as then suddenly the beast would collapse over, slushing downwards into a figure of destroyed gunk. Dang. I do. Alright. This is basically just a Minecraft World of Warcraft raid. We are just charging in. The incomprehensible whispers originating from within the voidal energy grow louder, seeming to surround the crowd of warriors as they march forward. You saw an orc? Let me go textless for a second. There's a lot of people here. What I'm most curious about here is the druids are just kind of chilling in the back. The druids up here, the druids are like... We'll just let them do the work. Druids just chilling. What if the druids are corrupted by the void and they're just waiting for us to get deeper inside so they can kill us from behind? There's a light up on the islands. You are right. Well, there's a light coming from right there. We know that monster explodes, so we're holding back. Of course. Always trust the druids, guys. Always trust the druids. Always. Ooh, there's another one. Just figured out the druid's plan. It was pretty obvious. This kind of looks like a giant, like, if you look at it in a certain way, it looks like a giant thing. So that's very descriptive, Zach. It looks like these are 2 feet. And like this is like some sort of a giant, I don't know. Words. Demogorgon? Oh god. So for those of you... Oh, I'm missing all the text. That's it. As people move toward the central spire, they'd see a congealed beam of energy flowing right into the sky. Suddenly, the middle-aged voice could be heard.
Descendants, Quick, make it to the light. It shall bring you towards the source. It is time we finish this, once and for all.
Sure, I'll do it. The way up is going to be vanished? Alright, I'm going to do it. Let's go. Oh god. OOC, don't fall. That being said, if you do fall, you die. There are barrier blocks, just be careful. Oh my god. Okay. This is dope. Whoa. Okay. I like this. The most relevant emote of the day. Castilla parkours. Yes. Okay. Oh god. I didn't work on Parkour Palace for 100 levels to get defeated by this. Okay. Why did Zach follow the orders of some random dude's voice? Why not? Whoa. Wait, I want to read this. Attention. Someone's in the way. As of passing these sets of signs, you enter a PK clause. If you die to the source, you lose your persona forever. No going back. Now, the void stares you down. Oh. Goodbye, Echo. Thank you. You've been extremely helpful. Have a wonderful holiday. So in case I was not clear enough, these signs are saying if you pass this and you die, you're dead. I am willing to do this. So I step forward. I have other characters. I can make other characters. Get back? Oh, he's telling us to get back, though. So we should get back. We'll wait.
Get back.
Zubair says, Zubair charges forward, his readiness for the sake of Allah, accepting the PK clause. Dang. I think we have to wait a second, though. This is cool. Plot twist. I am Lord of the Craft. You can't permakill the server. Oh, how much back is Mystery talking about? Like this far back? Oh god. Batul. There you go. Okay. I'll go very much back. Okay. All right. Jonathan says, "Man, we're really high up." I doubt that you can observe that, Jonathan, given that one of your eyes is bad. Look at him. You have no depth perception. How could you say such a thing? Unless he has heterochromidia with a red eye. That's very interesting. Whoa. It's a golem eye. Oh. I take that back. Wait, I want to look at you.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I am the captain now.
Jonathan Frostfire. Red golem eye. Yep, I'll be damned. Golem eyes sound useless, no? I mean, depending on what they do, if it gives you like magical sight, that's actually pretty cool. The incongruous whispers grow louder and louder, the higher the brave adventurers climb. Soon they become louder than even the deafening roar of the voidal eruptions which surround them. They draw near to the core. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, there's a, oh, alright. Alright, there we go. As the descendants move to the tops of the boulders and begin to be able to jump towards the heart, they would see Ukrathis deep within the heart of this disgusting abomination. The creature lets out a disgusting hiss before then yelling,
"You all think this is just trivial, and you can all move forward as if nothing happened, and test fate like you all have. Then come forward, face me in the void, and accept this realm's fate."
Cool. What's up, Raider Blue? The voidal wispy energy flicks and crackles as the descendants cross the floating rocks, the air getting thinner the further you go. All right. Whew. We are in the waiting room. I am going to go in. I am ready to die. What'd you miss? We are far in the air above the original event, approaching an area that threatens to permakill us. Am I thinking of streaming more often now? Yes. At the turn of the year, I'm not going to be streaming as often as I once was, where it was like every day or every other day. I'll probably do something like 3 days a week. That's what I'm thinking of right now, or something of the sort. I'm actually planning to have more YouTube content. That's very much, some of it which is like my streams, some of which is a bit more machinima style, but I'll discuss it later. It's PK, they said. Yes. Basically, they're saying if you continue with the event into this point, that if your character dies, you die. Yes, I agree, Juice Chan. I mean, for some people, it's great, and there's some streamers I wish would stream every day because I'd love to just put them on when I have time, but YouTube is great. Viper, I understand. It's terrible. I'm not sure if this is a world-ending event. If Gorgim dies, what will Gargim do? Gargim will have to just be the new Gorgim. Like, isn't that why Gargim exists?
Gargim, you will finish what I started.
Alasheen found out that Voidal Tear is an attempt to free Iblis, and we all swore to defeat it for the sake of Allah. Well, damn, if that's true. When there's a PK clause, but you were planning to PK anyways? Now, here's the thing, is I think it's still going to be roleplay. As the avenue of, like, roleplay. What am I even saying? It's gonna be roleplay combat, not like PvP or PvE. That's my guess.
Did somebody say? Did somebody say?
Wow. All right.
Did somebody say?
Raider Blue. Thank you. That's awesome. I really appreciate it.
Did somebody say...
Yeah, I know the timing on that lightning was great. Yeah, and it's great. You know, it's great that you're gifting subs to people, helping out the community because we're all about to die.
Did somebody say...
Raider Blue, I will more properly thank you in a moment, but I think we just arrived. Raider Blue, thank you so much. I hope that my content to come, I will strive to make my content to come worth the while of your generous gifts. And happy holidays. Earth Anderson says, Descendants, there will come a day when the people of Arcus submit, when the men of the temple take their leave. But that is not this day. Our realm will not fall to this fiend, nor any other after him. The void is ours to tame, and ours alone. So let's give this grief-ridden bastard hell, aye? Good speech. I think I'm ready. I'm afraid. Very afraid. But hey, if we die, we die. Yeah, a lot of these people accepted the PK clause. Every single person here accepted the PK clause. Excuse me. You watched The Mandalorian yet? Yes, I love it. It is great, Baby Yoda. At least it isn't our main Ascended Orc at the PK clause event. I've been meaning for Brunhilder to make his exit for a long time, so it might as well have been him here. But I would want to take the time to make it a proper ending. So, all these people gonna die except Zach. Well, here's the thing: is I haven't really been role playing. I've been more of like a, I've been like a battlefield reporter. So if everyone at this event dies, then I'll kill myself. Yes, I'll kill Gorgim. Just to be clear. Because Gorgim's a good character and all, but we'll see. Yorvin's flamethrower glows brightly. The crowd, prodding his way through the crowd with his bayonet. Yeah, they just give me a little cloud to sit on. I become, what's that character from Mario? And like Mario Kart? Lakitu. Or Lakitu? I just become a Lakito, like just floating around and viewing things. What if we just heard the voice of a Nord in the distance just saying, "Never should have come here." Huh? What was that? My speech. Oh, goodness. I want to see it. Oh, how did I miss? Zubair says, O Mu'minin, O braves, long have we stood in defiance of the wrongdoer. Never will we submit. We will stand here and ready to lay down our lives for the sake of Allah. Never will we divert. Never will we turn from the path of righteousness. So step forward. Step forward to glory. And remember, you who stands readily before the blade will be honored when you meet Allah. So raise high the banner of Iman. Allahu Akbar! Aha. Okay. And now we're all gonna die. Oh, goodness. Are you serious? All of these? I just want to see if Navindal is here. Yep. There she blows. I am curious. I'm curious why all of these people decided just to accept a PK clause. That's very interesting. People are more willing to let their characters die than you'd think, I guess. Well, yeah, I was gonna say it's not like oh, I would love to have my character die. Of course you wouldn't, but it's like, what's more important? Ensuring that this event finishes and that the void stops, or your character, you know? Yes, buy me some noodles, sure. You also have a chance at loot. That is true. Harold is playing a great song. Yeah. And right before Christmas, too. This is a Christmas story, guys. That's what's happening. This is a Christmas story, because if we all survive, then we all go back and we all celebrate Krugmas together. Isn't that how it goes? You're not in the event because you don't want to lose any of your personas. Asteria says, nice weather out here. Insul Aril Avilum looks down to Mordethas and Ericel, dipping his head to the two. Do not think of death, for we shall not die here today. Think of the glorious victory we shall celebrate for decades ahead when we arrive back home with the head of our enemy. You get to the end of it, turns out it was all an elaborate scheme for an LOTC community Christmas get-together. Yep, Telenir's on the other side of the void, and he's like, and this, guys, is why we all come together as a great community on LOTC. Let's put aside the OOC toxicity and hate and just celebrate together. By PS, everyone's character dies. Oh, it's Tithus. Mystery dressed up as Santa. I'm going to read the signs. Okay. It's just a little notice about the environment. Whoa! That scared the crap out of me. I don't know why. Whew. I don't know why, but looking up and then just seeing darkness just scared the crap out of me. Yeah, if you look up, oh, that's kind of terrifying. That flamethrower though, yeah. Whoa. Okay. As people look about the entire landscape, it's absolutely desolate. A landscape of nothingness. The land is scarred and energy just wisps throughout the environment. Before then, finally, there would be some audible words in the abyss.
Do you feel that, descendants? Do you know what that sensation is?
56 people accepted the PK clause. Wow. That's like 1/4 of the active server at a time. Oh my god. Right? Because like usually we have, you know, 200 or so people on the server on a good day. That's literally 1/4 of the server could die right now. Oh my god. That's great. I love it. Get some Game of Thrones up in here. Oh yeah, Ibrahim. Well, we'll see how bad it is. I kind of hope a lot of people die. to be honest. Why? Because it makes for good development. Wow, Zach, wow. Well, hey. What's, you know, I don't know. Oh, okay, fine. I see you guys don't really like that I want people to die. Well, here's the thing. We all go through this. Everyone's perfectly fine. We're like, hey, remember that one time we literally went into the void and it was like, hey guys, we might die, but then like absolutely none of us did. You know, 0 out of 56 people even got anywhere close to being injured, and we were like, wow, that was, you know, what a life-threatening event. You know? So, that's why I would rather us look back and be like, oh, remember when we barely survived this. Yeah. Ducky Breb said it briefly, but yes, that's basically my point, is when people die, it's interesting. And just to be clear, I'm talking mostly about in RP. It gets a little bit more complicated in real life, but yeah. Very loud. Hold on. An audible chuckle would be heard soon after, before suddenly the beast could be seen. 200 feet tall, the creation that you all just entered into looks down. Its form almost a weird nebula as it begins to talk.
No one can hear you in here. It has come to my attention that I must show you all what the void will offer.
Hold on. It's still entirely too loud. There we go.
It has come to my attention that I must show you all what the void will offer. So prepare, for power reaching that of almost a voidal behemoth shall shine bright.
And then, as that's said, the large form would glow, and large spheres would begin to encircle the figure.
It's rumbling in my ears.
The one word I said this whole time was bracket. Jeez. Yeah, every time I look up and see just darkness, it scares the crap out of me. Crazy. You know, I think what's also pretty cool about this is there are about 57 people around the world right now that are all sitting in front of a computer somewhere, logged into Minecraft, and all looking up at an NPC, or rather a PC actually, named Grief. Like, there's 57 other me's just like, you know, logged in and agreeing to die. It's great. That's so weird. And yeah, me too. Arillo bar, Arillo bar. We should have a Lord of the Craft con, where all of us get together for our mutual love of LOTC. All right, I'm gonna turn this slightly back up. I'm still missing more. A large gem deep within the center of the creation would lay bright. One might even guess it to be the heart of the beast.
This realm shall be broken. That is your fate.
And in the next moment, a sphere of large purple energy would fly downward toward the crowd, arrows and axes alike slamming into its form, seeming to do nothing much yet. Great. Sounds like a big DDoS fest. Lord of the Craft Con. 56 people standing in one room staring at someone above them. Yep. Okay. So basically we had a giant Voidal energy beam shot at us right now. Or a void ball. Yeah, it's a void ball. Not a fireball, but a void ball. York sprinted outside the danger zone. I think that's what we all kind of have to do. It would be dope if there was an actual, like, physical representation of it. This is just the RP reason for the lore games? That's funny. But true. Alright, I'll actually canonically be here. Wait. Ah, that's cool. Yeah, my noise gate is working, so now you can't hear me type, which is probably very good for you. So people are holding up shields, they're diving out of the way, they are ducking, they are throwing spears and javelins and magic and everything. Osheim wouldn't even move as he judged the ball to miss him. Wow, damn. Gorgim, no. You think it's on the ground? Let me see. Oh. Wait, is this the danger zone? I don't know, I can't tell. What's going to happen here? Oh, the whispers from within the pools of raw voidal energy suddenly quiet. Hands and tendrils comprised of pure energy slowly reach out, grappling at the legs of anyone near them, attempting to drag them down into their unbridled chaos. Yes, you're right, Archwizard. You can hear me type when I'm talking, but if I'm not talking, then you shouldn't be able to hear me type. Oh god. Yeah, I think the number one thing is it's just going to be confusing to know whether or not you're being affected by one of the events or by one of the, you know, actions in combat that is being described. Because how do we determine if someone is in the danger zone or not? You know what I mean?
Danger zone.
Oh, it said an SOC. I don't know if I can go up that far or even find it. It's like, what if we were actually supposed to die, but we're not able to scroll far enough up, so we're like, oh. Reef then begins to glow, his form jumping across the many points before then getting lit aflame by fire. The gigantic form of the creature sucking in most of the fires as the creature attempts to shrug it off, as it did nothing much. The cosmic nebula of appearance breaking apart, though the simplistic attacks don't seem to do much. The creature beginning to charge once more as it quickly drops down, its form now alike regular as it almost teleports around, sending concussive mother meat punches at those below. Okay, and then Mystery is defining who is being attacked. Yeah, Maddie Z. Which, by the way, did I miss something with Maddie Z? Because, unless I'm mistaken, wasn't I Maddie's band?
Nani?
You know what I mean? I'm confused. The tendrils fasten themselves around the ankles of the sea prince, who is standing directly in the middle of the pool of energy, and begin to pull downwards, lest the prince escape the pool. Jesus. Okay, but anyway, so basically this Voidal guy is punching Marshall, Emmeline, and Lilac. Maddie is a mod. Well, yeah, we can see that now, but I thought he used to be banned. Aragus. Favorite race and class in D&D 5e? It's a hard one. I really like all of them. Favorite class would probably be Rogue. Or Druid. And then favorite race. I don't know. I'll choose one day and then want to play the other day, so I don't know. It's like choosing a favorite race in Skyrim. Which I usually like Orcs, Redguard, Argonian, Khajiit. I don't know. Warlock. Warlock is also cool. Like, I've played one of each class at least once, but that's cool. Arillo. That's cool. People are retaliating against him. Against grief. Someone has ascended here? Elvira. Oh, that sounds familiar. Okay. There's a lot. It's a lot. Yep. Definitely. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. I smell like beef. I smell like beef. The Scorpion Druid says, don't walk through the purple pond things. Opinion on red dark elves. What do you mean, red dark elves? You're a red dark elf, not purple. I think that's cool. That's cool. I like it. Okay, I've been slightly following what's going on here. Is anyone actually like in threat of dying right now? I mean, there were 3 people that were basically about to be punched. Mother meat punched. The elf's trident makes contact with the tendrils, several of them dissipating with a shrill shriek and giving just enough way for the elf to jump from their grasp. Though if not quick enough, they would surely be eviscerated in the chaotic energies.
Eviscerated in the chaotic energies.
Jeez. Alright, Hiron is just shooting cannonballs of lightning. Daryl chews on his cheek. I hate when that happens. Continues to wrap around the giant mass. Is this guy's last name Peppermint Patty? The creature then suddenly finishes its charge, sweeping around almost before then getting attacked. Zavis missing his strike, Emilienne hitting Grief with an arrow, and a sudden gust of wind bashing the creature backwards into the air after Decimir stabs the Revenant. The Revenant? The creature into the air after dabbing. Yeah, the creature aflame before then suddenly the red-hot ichor almost seems to seep into the creature's charge. The creature spinning about before then shooting a large barrage of red-hot energy in a beam direction toward those around in a line. The beam is going to be red wool. All right. Well, damn. Jeez. Louise. Some people are in it, some people are not. Oh, that must be so scary. Imagine if you're the Scorpion Druid right now, or literally anyone that's over there. Because they're all in the red wool, so they're all in the firing area of this beam of red hot ichor. And, as Legendary Legend says, so this is like a Broly Raging Scattered Blast attack? Or Brawly? Jeez. And what's the determination for whether or not you'll be able to actually avoid this attack or not? I feel like it should be a roll. Yeah, I agree. Ah, that would be awesome, Raider Blue. That would be so cool. But that, I mean, that's a little too hard, because not everyone that's not in armor is not completely without protection. Because you can have, like, mage armor or things. Or if you're, like, if I had my shaman here, I would just raise a wall of elemental water and try to block it. Although, Jesus, this is a voidal creature named Grief. I don't know. If Theric dies, who am I supposed to buy all my supplies from? The tendrils within their pool slowly shift their attention to any other unaware descendants near the pool, grappling toward their ankles lest they get further away. Wait, did Tharic just die? Wait. I'm also finding it hard to keep track of who's dying here, if anyone. Because as you can see, there's a hell of a lot of text. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anyone has died yet, honestly. Because, sure, I could read every single emote here, but it is a lot. I would never end. Navindle's trying to dodge. Okay. And the mad poet is just watching. Zubair throws his javelin into the mass, the rope following behind which he was tied to. Oh goodness. in order to get his javelin back. Yep, or to go for a ride. Catch a ride! Zubair's javelin would hit the creature in the elbow, all attacks seeming to attempt and glisten off the creature. Seemingly fighting this being in its own realm could have been a mistake. Mel's shield mostly consuming the spell as it attempts to break through. Flames beating into Grief's skin as it almost seems to melt away at its form. Though he persists, the boss once more zinging through the air and slamming a concussive fist toward more descendants that get within his range. Hiren thrusts both arms forward, a resounding shriek emanating from the skies above and bouncing about the entity. A punch is coming for Taliesin, Zavis, Levkos, Lyri, and Mordathos. Desimir landed on his feet. Oh, we've all been there, Alpheus. We've all been there. Tharic
Sturmholm sees himself find Roderick in the chaos and offers him a brief smile before getting caught up in the fury of fighting again as he draws his own long sword and trusts wildly.
He trusts wildly. I trust you wildly. Alpheus is shooting a fireball. Yeah, he's teleporting and then punching. Wait, what? There's a loot goblin? Where's Grief? There's Grief. Not dying is your loot. Okay, Raider. The small groupings of tendrils begin to coagulate into a larger thing. A massive tendril of bright purple energy undulating fiercely as it begins to rise higher and higher out of the pool, swaying back and forth as if it were observing the descendants. Upwards carrot. Cinder would appear, his form shining in the blackness of the void. In his grasp, he clutched onto what seemed to be a cannon. Its metal, much like Cinder, glistened in the ambient light. As the Voidal horror flew, it was clear that transporting this cannon was no easy feat. Quickly, the Voidal horror streaked down to the descendants and set down the cannon in front of them. Cinder says, "Descendants, bring yourselves to arms. Aim this weapon at the heart of Grief." Ah, this is like a Zahn thing. I understand. After Cinder set the cannon down, he concentrated for a moment and brought the palms of his hands together as a small piece of metal began to form. It became larger and larger until the horror had formed a cannonball. "One shot, descendants. Make it count." Damn. Cinder is an Ascended who was taken by the Void during the first year. Got it. So Lilac is trying to get it. Or no, Lilac is getting pulled by something. Marshal Stefan is thrusting his sword. Zubair is rushing to the cannon. Zavis is ordering to fire the cannon. Suddenly, Hiren, for some reason in this thunderstorm, would have a flurry of lightning slam down upon Grief's form. It sends a seething crash throughout the nearby landscape, possibly hitting nearby allies. Muztag slices the creature, Marshal's fire spreading toward the deeper core. Grief seemingly getting entirely ripped apart by every oncoming flame and slice before then teleporting offwards, letting out a seething yell. "That is it," he says. Grief's form beginning to glow almost cosmic levels as Cinder and a cannon seem to appear in the back. Grief preparing a rather tremendous Kamehameha. Or sorry, Spirit Bomb. Zubair and his other Janissaries are moving to aim the cannon. Other people are still attacking. I think Grief just needs a hug. Give him a hug to save the world. I'll do it. Zavis looks towards Grief, taking a quick step back. Yeah, let me see where this cannon is. Oh, dang. Dope. What's the name of the ET playing Grief? Not sure. The massive tendril seems to observe the descendants for a few moments before its swaying stops, and seems to focus upon the group closest to Sinlin before slamming itself downward toward their gathering. Alright, and they're trying to push the cannon to align it. Once again, Grief continues to glow before then, suddenly, there is a blast of arcanic energy straight toward those about, seemingly its spell going for those nearby the cannon in a sudden splash of energy. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. Voidal horrors are the enemies of all reality. If they ever help mortals, it's just deception for ulterior motives. Well, we're great. Aldith is bleeding and crying, "Uncle!" This attack is Grey Wool. Yeah, rip whoever's uncle it is. Or whoever is the uncle. Oh, God. Whoa, what's happening to Batul? What? Oh, wait. That was funny. Oh, goodness. There's a lot. Morana's taking some damage. Mystery says it's aiming at the heart. The glowing arcane tendril squirms and shudders violently. Yes, quiet, quiet. The damage sustained to its enormous form causing it to reel backwards for a few short moments before slamming back down on the same area once again. Are people okay? I think some people are really hurt right now. Lefkos is trying to protect himself and Elvira. And I think they're firing the cannon. It is very dark and full of terrors. Excuse me. Yes. Oh, I want to see the emote that you made. Wait, what was that? That was weird. Let me see. If I can find it. Oh god. I don't know if I will even find it. Yeah, I think I can't go up to it anymore. So much text. I'm going text blind. Oh god. Who has died so far? It's right there up above. My eyes. My eyes. Yeah, I can't see it. I can't scroll anymore. Raheem? There it is. Zubair would pull the string of the cannon, firing into the heart of grief. Allahu Akbar, mother. That's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know what grief is. What if grief is literally the emotion of grief? Like, what if we're killing grief? What if when people die now, we just don't care? Good job, Zubair. And everyone manning the cannon. Although I'm not sure what the outcome of this will be. Suddenly, the cannon luckily would be shielded from the sudden spell of lilac along with the shielding from others. Seeing as how no one seemed to fire the cannon, well, they just did. The creature just hisses aloud before then flying throughout the air, beginning to charge once more, its entire form beginning to glow as the island that everyone sits on begins to shake. Yeah, he fired it. The Muslims pulled the string. They did the big boom. Mystery Man says, don't worry about it. I am ready. Ibrahim says, I've been training to pull a string for years. Why am I dying? Okay, that was odd. The tendrils weighing, blah blah blah. A fell shriek sounds out from within the pit, and the tentacle raises back into the air once more, swaying back and forth as if it were deciding on its next action. Okay. I don't, Archwizard, I wouldn't say they were attacking him. I think they were just I didn't see anyone that was, like, aggressively saying it. They were just saying the cannon was fired. You know? I would not describe that as attacking. The cannon actually works mechanically? I don't know. Oh, by mechanically do you mean, like, in-game in-game? Or do you mean in narrative it works mechanically? I don't know what it will fire. It attacked him in your call as well. The sun is rising in the void. Like redstone-like. I don't think in either case, no. I don't think so. Elvira is yeeted by Lefkos. That's funny. It's your boy Jimmy. Speaking the truth. Lilac is prepared to do more telekinetic shenanigans. That's the name of my next band, by the way, Telekinetic Shenanigans. Allison hisses and rumbles loudly as she takes out her left arm. Takes out her left arm? What? She's just like, get away. What? Merry Christmas Eve. Yes, Merry Christmas Eve. Okay, here we go. Arrows and other such coming at Grief merely acts as a large distraction. Before then, suddenly, the cannon would charge with a sudden whirring noise, and then pointing head-on with Grief, it fires. A large beam slamming right into the center as Grief is bounded back a solid 20 feet. The creature's form... Goodness gracious. The creature's form seems to almost begin to crack apart, as there would suddenly just be a piercing yell. The central core seeming to crack apart. The creature screams, attempting to fight against the island. Seemingly, this entire area is about ready to collapse, yet someone must keep hold of the cannon to ensure that its beam continues onwards. Mystery spelled cannon C-A-N-O-N. So, someone must keep hold of the cannon, like the canon of this universe. Thank you. And Aldith is going on. Who's this uncle that everyone's so concerned about? Cassim. Oh. I think people are going to die. Fatima says, much power. Such power, much greatness. Yes, Shady. What is it you ask? Zubair basically says that he'll hold the cannon to allow the others to escape. The orb makes contact with the tree trunk like tendril, so other people are still fighting a tendril here. Zubair says, I'll hold the cannon, to the valley of Shaheeds I go. Aldith stares out. I love you, Uncle Cassim. Stay safe. Lilac is trying to telekinetically hold the cannon in place. What the heck? The try has a thing. There's a lot. There's a lot. Okay. Cinder touched back down to the ground and began making a few motions with his hands as he looked behind all of the descendants.
Descendants, it is time to leave.
The horror would call out just as a sizable portal of voidal energy formed in front of him.
One of you must remain and hold Grief off. Make haste.
With that, the horror hurried up to the portal that he had created and stepped through. Uh-oh. Fatima wrapped an arm around Arth and held him close for a moment, watching Zubair. What is he doing? Earth is also considering staying. Grief continues to fight against the beam, his form almost entirely purple as he attempts to bash against the condensed mana, seemingly attempting to almost push through the beam before then other descendants slam into his central form, more cracks breaking throughout Cinder.
You fools! I am the realm behemoth!
Oh, let me try that again.
You fools! I am the realm behemoth of this landscape. I ripped apart Uxabor and Funthela as if they were nothing. Nothing! This is all nothing!
There you go. It screeches, attempting to fight against the beam, its form almost stuck. People are retreating. Okay, people are retreating, basically. But some people are staying back, basically. Some people are choosing to stay back to hold off grief. How poetic. Excuse me. Is this the portal? Stay back for a second, bruh. Alright.
Sigil says, I will remain. Leave while you can. I have no soul. This is where I am from, and this is where I will remain. Leave, mages. It is time for me to bid you farewell.
A lot of people are choosing to stay to defend. Wow, that's crazy. Hey, Zasara. Hi. Flat afro. Yep. Otherwise known as just normal hair. Portal leads to death. Oh, I don't know. Just to clarify, because I just said that, some people are not looking at chat. Someone just said, what if the portal leads to death? I mean, technically, we're all going to die sometime, so technically, the portal does lead to death either way, but... Some people are running through, some people are staying. And, oh, wow. So I want to see the full kind of scope of the people that are staying here to do this. Zubair is staying and sacrificing himself. Man. Zasara, thank you again. We will discuss the greatness of everything once this is concluded. How are you doing, Zasara? How is life? How is the universe with you? Utaria says to get out of here. Only 5 out of the 17 PvPers made it out. Zubair never learned what a hug was. Gorgim turns around and hugs Zubair. There we go. Now he's learned. In order to cover this, I think Gorgim is also going to die. Which I'm fine with. He's going to die hugging Zubair because Zubair needs to know what a hug is like. Levko says, yeah, I'll make my way out, don't worry. He glances back at Zubair. I suggest you run as soon as you can. And Mystery Man is confirming, if you don't go through the portal, you die. Mass group PK, let's go!
Gross descendants, you fear me as to be nothing more than an insect. You will witness actual power soon. All I need is just 1 second.
It screeches, its form continuing to crack as portions of the island begin busting apart at the seams. If one does not leave within the next 2 emotes, then they will be gone. Owie, owie, ow. This is it. Gorgon will stay behind. If anyone is staying behind, I will stay behind with them. But now it seems like a whole bunch of people are running. Yeah, whole bunch of people. Now who is staying though? Theric, yeah, okay, Theric Sturmholm stands fast, waiting for Grief to come to him.
You took everything from me, Grief. It's you and me, old friend, after all this time.
Man. Lots of other people are leaving, though. Oh yeah, and Sigil. How could I forget? Sigil is staying behind. Is Aldith staying behind? I can't tell. Aldith refuses to give up. She holds her ground, crying out once more in pure defiance, as she refuses to let Grief win. This is it, and she knows it, but she refuses to go. Wow. Iron made special note of grabbing Sigil's core on the way out. Can you grab Sigil's core without deactivating Sigil? Ah, Jonathan gives his warhammer to Tharic. Tharic. Zubair held the cannon, his eyes filled with tears as he began to sing, filled with pride. I will not butcher this great song, but Zubair begins to sing. The man continues to fight against the beams. Whomever stays behind, leaving along a legacy as Grief continues to crack apart, his arm actually shattering as he attempts to embrace all of the energy. Though the Voidal Island continues to break apart, if one does not escape this emote, they will be lost forever. Rail Anther is yeeting. People are jumping through. Bayonor's leaving. Wow, Sigil. Sigil says,
Farewell, Lily. Farewell, Hiren. It was an honor.
Lilac rushes the portal like a starved hyena running at a juicy steak. Alright, let's see who's staying. So Aldith is staying, Zubair is staying, Sigil is staying, Tharic is staying, and that is it. And myself, and Gorgon. Wow. Look at that. Did Arth go through? I don't know. Wow. Insert pew pew Arcanist beams from Sigil. Very awesome RP going on here. Yeah, a lot of people left. People are saying they can't PK us all. There would be a merciless scream, a man yelling as the cracks echo throughout this disgusting dimension. The islands, the portal, everything breaks apart. And then suddenly people would, as there is a sudden smash. Silence takes over. No one who is leaving could see, but everyone left behind would be able to see the core shatter, as this entire, seemingly almost pocket, begins to swarm. Sigil says,
Once again into the void, my being will wander.
the mad poet's just shouting, they can't PK us all, they can't PK us all. Dang. Dramatic lightning.
Zubair says, Goodbye, my comrades. Stay true to the path of Allah. Arth, tell Era she was like a little sister to me.
Jesus.
And Batul, I love you. Now run.
Yeah, can we get some Fs to pay respects in the chat for those who stayed behind? Dang. Every character dies. Everyone dies. JD with the highlighted F. Zubair learned to love. Yes. Oh, wait. No, I should be dead. I'm dead. Gorgim isn't here. I'm dead. I died. Gorgim is dead. I'm killing Gorgim. Gorgim stayed behind. I only wanted to be teleported back so I could see the aftermath. Thanks, Juice Chan, but you should really be telling Mystery good job and everyone that actually put together this event. I did nothing but provide a voice and stream. I was meant to message Mist. Oh, okay. Am I? I don't know. If there's like a post-mortem for the people that stayed behind, then I would like to see that, yeah. Because Gorgim, I'm going to kill Gorgim. He's gonna die. Oh. Well, thanks, Juice Chan. Oh, okay. Let me message the person again. Meow. Yeah, I know, right, Archwizard? I asked for toilet paper and then he just teleports me. Like, no, I want toilet paper. Obviously. That's what TP means. So next time someone in Minecraft asks you to TP a house, what do they mean? You're dumb? No, you're not dumb. I was like, oh, I'll offer teleports to people, and I'm like, oh, I should probably do that, but... Oh, how many PK'd? Sigil, Tharic, Aldith, Zubair, Gorgim. Was there one more? Or was that it? I think there was 5. Yeah, I think it was 5 of us. I see, yes. Yeah, some people are sad now, understandably. I'm not crying and eating ice cream. Wow. Well, here's the other thing too, is some people are still injured from the battle, so they need to be healed, like, immediately, because there's might be some people that will die here. Because just because you got teleported out doesn't mean that your leg isn't broken anymore. Or whatever. No one is sad Aldith died. I'm sad that Aldith died, but I'm also dead, so I can't be sad for very long. Yeah, 5 out of 57 people. Pretty good ratio. Hiron says, I'm experiencing emotional turmoil. I don't think you doctors can fix that. Very different approaches to what Hiron just said. Or replies, I mean. It would have, man, I would have totally been in favor of a joke where Mystery just tells everyone, all of you are dead. And then just see what happened. You gonna replace Gorgon? Well, I think in coming back to LOTC and wrapping things up, I need to put a proper conclusion onto Brunhilde. Oh, it looks like something just happened. Suddenly, as the descendants looked toward the large 200-foot-tall beast that they had just entered, they'd notice it suddenly break apart into nothingness, exploding as all that would be left is the singular Ukrathis, the large form gone as he all but falls straight onto the grounds below, his form sizzling. It seems to be almost fading in ethereal form. What just happened? He wonders. I don't know who this Ukrathis is. High Elf time? Ooh, that's a good idea. I might. Haha, yes, I'm the antagonist. Suddenly, Zach Clay appears in LOTC and says,
I will control every reality.
No, that's the ending of the next map, guys. Yeah, I mean, Zasara, that's kind of what is always happening with him. Whenever I'm gone, I'm just assuming he's just meditating. But I do want to give a proper exit to him, because he's a super old character, and I want to have him do some worthwhile stuff, but then move on. Okay, so basically people are like healing, there we go. And so on. Yeah, Zasara, of course. But he is not dead yet.
This is not true,
He says, looking at his form. It's almost wisping, his skin almost melting.
Fate has told me Schlub must break through.
What?
This is a lie. This is not true. Fate is still on my side, descendants.
Who's Schlub? What? Schlub. And who's Ukrathis? I think it's kind of over. Okay, Angelique. I'm not sure, Ibrahim. Schlub the ultimate. Schlub the unending. Schlub the dominating. Schlub. The cult blah, blah, blah. Schlub the ultimate, okay. This is a pretty good speech. Insil Aril Avilum says, "Fate is a lie. Like cake, descendants are not bound by these foolish restraints. We fight, struggle against fate. We win against fate. Against your very world we fight and we win. The power of the descendants stand unmatched when we are as one. Not even fate would ever wish to defeat us." Damn. As Ukrathis ponders upon what had just been said, his eyes would widen as he quickly flips to stare behind him. The entire landscape would rumble, cracks rippling throughout the ground as it seems as though an earthquake just started. The large mana volcano would throb. I don't know why I read that as thrub. Its forms shaking as a very soft tearing noise could be heard. Ukrathis staggers backwards. No. 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 This is Sparta. No. The silent realm would suddenly be disrupted. An earth-rattling tremor resounds throughout all of Arcus as suddenly, from the southern realms, one could hear a sudden boom. Reality itself seems to shift as taint from the void quickly seems to spread along the entire landmass. Those whom are nearby the southern nations possibly able to see a gigantic tendril of dark black, spanning almost 200 feet into the air. Almost like a miniature mountain in terms of descendant perception. As this ordeal were to continue onwards, one could see unnatural anomalies, as well as condensed and congealed mana flying through the air, all surging toward its massive form as it all sucked deep within the skin. Schlub has broken through the veil. Oh. Please don't use the word throb. Yes. What?
This is fate.
But this... Oh! Raider Blue, thank you. I turned it off so it wouldn't be so loud, but thank you.
This is fate. But this cannot be my fate. No. I must leave. I must run.
Worried and frantic movements could be seen. A surge of energy flows throughout the Voidal Revenant, as suddenly he shoots forward in the air in an attempt to escape, it seems. Though an ethereal and almost effeminate tone whispers in a layered voice, ringing throughout the ears of everyone nearby this tear. Ukrathis, Jalu Goliong fut biriet asunder gulig onsirliet nyerg deception. Yalu Goliong nog frobith tis the void nig... Oh wait, are these actual words? I think these are actual words. But with a very heavy accent. Learn onsur agl among se plains ati just jalu learnt. I feel like those are actual words, but just with a really heavy phonetic accent. And in the next moment, the large black tendril would match the surge, breaking apart and tearing the lands apart as it goes towards Ukrathis. Lilac stood still, watching on, her expression unmoving as she reached for a bottle of whiskey, popped the cork, and started chugging. As just a few seconds pass, the large tentacle-esque creation flings outwards from the geyser, the tendril of Schlub breaking through the veil more and more before its colossal form then manages to grip upon Ukrathis, the Revenant screeching out like a madman with visceral cries in moon speech. In the next moment, Schlub speaks once more.
Yulu futreet both uxabor in Forthina, or unsor ungrego actions the grog for the realm, whilst alu yas given my fifth opportunity. Your gulog naful allow fibth traitor two-faced full trail tis bug unpunished.
And then, in coherent common, the Voidal Behemoth speaks once more.
The void shall be your prison.
Her Thunderson says,
We can dance if you want to.
Mel says, it's a Krugmas miracle. Earth is going a little mad, it seems. Okay, jeez. Anyone die? Yeah, 5 people died. Raider. Moments later, the Revenant screeches. Before then, it slammed with a sudden cannon fire once more. Its entire form bounded back as people hear the maddening cries of Ukrathis. And then suddenly dragged straight through into the veil, the figure would dip. Though there still lays a problem. The veil broken in such a way, the voidal energies breaking apart. One may wonder if this is safe for that of Arcus. The sky beginning to congeal a dark red.
Oh, great. Just great. I am much excited. Oh.
We become one with the Invisichunks. LOTC WoW expansion, yes, this is the Cataclysm. Sky's turning red. McPrank says, kill them. Okay. As time goes on, descendants and people alike could feel the entire realm shaking, the sky beginning to congeal and twist a dark red. Reality itself looking as though it is breaking apart. Something is not right with the natural order, everything beginning to look almost outworldly, as spectacles breaking the natural laws are evident nowhere, a moment seemingly like an eternity. Well, geez, the sky is farting. Yep, that's all. Just think about it like that. The sky is just ripping a new one. Just ripping a good old... Yep. I don't know. I'm curious. Zavis says, if this is our end, there is nothing more we can do. And then, in the last moment, there would be a sudden screeching that breaks throughout the entire earth. Every square inch of Arcus would shake, as if an earthquake were breaking through the soil and grounds alike. Looking up into the sky, one could see the moon, a dark slit almost appearing over the white, that then eventually stares. Oh my god. Almost like an eye that peers upon descendant kind in this moment of what appears to be apocalyptic chaos. Jesus in my pants. Nice shot. So apparently the moon is an Jedi Master. That's pretty funny. Do they have the cannon with them? Oh, I guess they do. Whoa. Wait, are they... I think they're about to aim this cannon at the moon. What the heck? It's a giant egg. Jesus. In the next moment, as the descendants fire, a sudden screech of arcane energy would whiz straight through the gigantic tear, bursting through the voidal energy that took over the realm. One would notice their spells and mana all getting sucked straight into the mana shot. It almost shoots upward, slamming straight into the moon, and almost like a reflection, the sudden beam would bounce offwards, and then aim straight down at the tear. Wobbling and unrelenting energy throbs throughout the ground, and then in the next moment after a sudden boom, there would be nothing. What do you mean by nothing? Do you mean like no purple gunk, no mana? Okay, got it. I thought they meant nothing as in we're all dead, which would be cool, but I think that means that we just destroyed all of this. All of this. I think. I think we just won, guys. Yeah, that would be great, Jimmy. That would be wonderful. Magic-free world? What if, man? Dude, I would be so down. I would be so down for a magicless LOTC. Just for a map. That would be so cool. All that remained was a gigantic crater in the sea. For just like that, the veil was sealed up. The global dynamic would change as a result of those slow 20 seconds of the veil breaking apart. But everything was over. One could even hear the birds chirping. Everything, relatively, was now silent. Cool. Shamanism stays, though. And I would say if magic goes, shamanism would also have to go for a map. Good, just to be fair. Dang, that was cool. The moon ripped open, and from what I'm understanding, we shot the cannon at the moon, and then the shot reflected off of the moon and arced back down to here, and basically, because it was reflected off the moon, it became more powerful, and all of this void stuff just blew up into a giant Death Stranding crater. It's very cool. That's awesome. Haha, Sokka is not happy that we shot his moon girlfriend. That's funny. Yes, Juice Chan, a bunch of dwarves just pop out of the crater. They're like, "Oi, what happened?" That's cool. Wow. And people are healing up, they're recovering, they're doing what they can. You're also chilling in the void, but not quite the same. A lion, what the heck? Wow. And then, just merely a moment after Schlub would have broken through, descendants all across the realm would notice the voidal energy sucking back. Everything that had been plaguing and tainting the realm in an instant, gone. The red sky, the endless night, the voidal creations. For the revenants had been banished back into the void. Wow. And that is one of the biggest event lines of this entire map. It's very cool. I think so, Shady. Yeah. I think so. What the heck, Juice Jen? Yeah, that was great. Ooh. Who's this? Lots of muffins. Yeah, go event team. I mean, think of how special that is, really. Is that a group of people from all around the world band together to write a story for a fantasy Minecraft server that involves all of the characters that those people on that fantasy Minecraft server have created in order to protect the world that they have built. It's pretty cool. Also, can we get some love for Batul? Because from what I remember, Zubair was one of the characters that sacrificed himself to stop grief. And one of his last words, his dying words, were, "Tell Batul that I love her." Batul is slowly dying? Is that true? Yeah, everyone hug Batul, please. Oh, okay, got it, Irillo. Dang. Oh, okay. I don't know if I can go. My username is Marimba Monk. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. they're still here. As those who stayed behind fought against grief, they would have seen the shattering of his form, followed by what would eventually be a falling, an aura that surrounds these grounds beginning to dim. Those inside seem to only have a few mere moments, or more moments, before they will fall into the darkness. Dang. Shady, how many different factions of High Elf are there, though? Zubair would fall. He would watch all fall with him, his eyes gently filled with tears, a slight smile on his face as he prepared himself to enter within Jannah. Aldith said, "May those we leave behind live on in harmony. I can assure you, all they know your love and sacrifice." I need to read that correctly. I can assure you all, they know your love and sacrifice. There we go. An impure High Elven group. Barak smiles to his comrades.
To the end, then.
He says, watching the world around him fall apart.
Blessed Father, watch over my wife, daughter, son. May they fall as I rise. May they live as I die.
Oh, that's a lot of High Elven groups. Looking through the portal that began to break apart, the descendants within the void could see the tear outside in the mortal plane breaking apart. A sad moment for those inside, yet a victorious one. The aura surrounding the descendants beginning to continue its dim? As darkness encroaches upon them. Aldith's tears fell for the last time as she closed her eyes. She could see them already, her family, opening their arms to welcome her. Her mother and father, sister and brothers. She was finally going home. Barak closes his eyes, smiling slightly, and so his story had reached an end. Wow. Sigil says,
Perhaps Mystery will miss me. I hope he is able to survive without me. I wish I could have returned.
Zubair's last words. He would fall, his face turning to a grin. At least I got the bitch. Sigil says,
Yes, we have gotten the bitch.
That's great. I think everything is blowing up now. Uh-oh. Yeah, what's gonna happen here? Oh, goodness. That'd be funny. That would be funny, Ibrahim. 5 people, Pogmeist, if you include myself. fall all the way into Aegis. Sigil says,
The void is as dark as I remember.
Sigil would remark, his form emanating a deep purple as he would speak in his arcane tone. The darkness continues to encroach, and then just like that, eventually the story would come to an end. The void expansion eventually smothering, and in an instant, as soon as it does, those inside would disappear entirely. Zubair would enter into the gates of Jannah, looking around, spotting Jihadi Club 101. Hell yeah, it's real! And that is it. I think that's it. My bit rate is terrible. There it goes. Aldith was finally able to hug her brother again. Sigil's essence would be combined once again with the remainder of the void. He would lose all traces of who he was, returning simply to the energy that is within us all. Dang. Sad. Sadness and all that good stuff. I think that's it. TP me to the seven skies, please. You guys want to see what happens? What really happens? Give me a second. All of those that just PK'd, I think we need to see what really happened. Wow. This is great.
Hey, you. You're finally awake.